We're 37 days away from the EU referendum, but that hasn't stopped talk turning to a potential second referendum should the vote be close.
All I can tell you is there is now a section of the Conservative Party who feel so embittered about the way David Cameron's behaved that they think the Prime Minister isn't playing fair, and they think that if Remain was to narrowly win, that frankly wouldn't be good enough because it hadn't been a straight fight.
Cameron reckons that's losers' talk, though.
Well, I think when people start arguing for a second referendum before you've even had the first one, that clearly demonstrates you are losing the argument.
But Boris Johnson says he doesn't think it'll come to that.
We're going to go ahead and win first time round. That's the point.
And if you don't?
That's not an eventuality I want to contemplate. We're going to go ahead and win.
Today was also meant to be a day of positive campaigning, at least from Labour's Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell. However, he ended up using part of his speech at the TUC to attack the Tories.
The stress on the NHS and our school system is not due to increased migration, it's due to Tory austerity. It's the Tory cuts to our schools budget, not Romanian teachers in our schools. It's not the fault of Polish fruit pickers or Latvian care workers that house building is at its lowest in peacetime history since the 1920s. It's the Tory failure to build more homes.
He says migrants from the EU aren't the issue. Over on the Leave side, Boris says we can expect more of them.
I mean, one of the things I don't think people are focused on is the impact of the living wage on this whole migration issue. There are parts of the EU where minimum wages are about a fifth of the level that we set in this country. It's going to have a massive magnetic effect on the UK and bring loads of people here.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister David Cameron laid out the 9 myths about the EU, but focus turned to him saying this.
It is worth asking the question, who would be happy if we left? Putin might be happy. I suspect al-Baghdadi might be happy. But our friends in Australia and New Zealand and America and all around the world and all around Europe, they're saying it's all up to you, it's all your choice. But we'd like you to stay. We think it's good for us and it's good for you.
The choice is up to you, and you've got 36 more days to make your decision.
Ignition. Lift off.
If you don't represent women in politics,